Hello everyone, I'm going live and today I'm going to talk about relationships. I have no preparation and specifically what I'm going to talk about. Besides that, I know that I'm going to talk about relationship and basically it will be me and you and I'm opening my experience, my heart and my intentions somehow to touch you and give you value regards the matter of relationship in our lives because relationships actually are very big thing in most of us and a lot of the time we don't really understand what does it mean, what is relationships. But before that, as you can see, I'm talking to you from wonderful New Zealand, and it's about 5:25 in the morning. And for me it's the best times actually to have a chat with you. And little bit about myself. I'm originally, as you can see, my face is Ukrainian. But wait a second, if you're Ukrainian, why are you speaking English? And it's not only that, I also speak Hebrew. Why is that? Because I lived in Israel. And in Israel, actually, all my relationship journey began. This is where my journey began of actually trying to understand what actually romantic relationships are in my life. I thought in the age of 9 when watching cartoons. Oh, I already know what is love. Love, it's when, yes, you show that you love a woman, that's it. This is love. Yes, so easy. So easy when you are a child and you're saying, oh, this is just that. This is love. Oh, nothing complicated with that. I'm already an expert in relationships, as you can see already. All right? That's when my journey for relationship began. Age of 6, when I actually went to school and fall in love with a girl. So this experience was really interesting for me because I never felt it before. And when I see her, think about her, or close to her, I feel this kind of flow of wonderful energy that the world is becoming better place and everything is good and everything is nice and you just enjoy your existence, you enjoy your living, and suddenly the air is really nicer and the food is way better and it's beginning you begin to feel some kind of passion, some drive to life, and everything just great. Whatever study you do and if you play in the computer or just watch TV, and you know that a person exists that when you around this person you feel this kind of flow of energy, you feel love. You see what I mean? You feel love. But when you're not next to this person, suddenly you don't feel this anymore. This is strange. How is that possible? So my school time, it was really difficult. Imagine like Ukrainian 6-year-old boy that just was taken out of the environment that he grew up in Ukraine, suddenly been put up in an environment where you have wars, terror attacks, violence in school, you don't know the language, people saying you sticky, stinky Russian or Ukrainian. Like they told me I'm Russian, but I'm Ukrainian. Where did I get to? But then you have this girl that you sit next to her, and suddenly everything is fine. You don't care. about what they say. Oh, they're saying that. Oh, I don't care. Because at this point, you are connected to this energy of love. And this was what I was experiencing when I was 6, the only time when I experienced love. I didn't experience that with my parents. I didn't experience that when I was playing online with my online friends in games when I was 6. I didn't feel that when somebody bought me something, a present or something nice. I didn't feel that when somebody tried to organize my birthday and sing me, "Oh, happy birthday to you." I don't feel that, no. But then when I was next to her, I felt in heaven. I felt this kind of. And what do you think? What a person will do in order to feel that again and again and again and again and again? 6 years old. The conclusion that I got in that age about the world, that only in relationships you can connect to this amazing energy of love and feel that. Only in relationship, like, because I haven't felt it before. I don't remember it when I was few months old if I felt it. But like ideally, like the only last thing I remember it was like then. And something in your mind kind of, yes, there is some kind of mechanism that idealizes this person, because again, eventually I understand today that all that is going through my filters, and something in me enhancing her, which allows me to connect to this flow of energy of love. I understand this today. But when I was 6, I just, oh, this girl, oh my God, I feel so good when I'm next to her. Yeah, so as you can see, it's like about 5:30, and you are going to wake up and experience the day starting here in New Zealand. Yeah, so how did I get to New Zealand? From Ukraine, from Israel? How did I end up living here the last 7 years? I'll come to that. We have a long time. I have about, in about some time, I have a hammer powerlifting exercise with one of my friends. But before that, I have time to talk to you. And I think it's important. And for some of you, it will be really interesting to see and understand my journey, and because also you understand a lot of things for yourself as well. Because as magnificent relationship can be, as I describe it now, from the age of 6, that I knew what love actually is, and how good it is and how good I felt. But they can be very devastating, very painful, and very kind of time consuming, and can actually do a lot of damage. Oh, my button is not closed. Yes. So what happened next? So because of the experience of being in Israel first year was so hard, so painful, the reality was so difficult. I couldn't feel good and joy anywhere except I knew when I go to school and I have like maybe 2 or 3 days a week, maybe a couple of hours each time, that the teacher made a miracle. She made her sit next to me. She sat her next to me. It was art class, and I just couldn't wait for these art classes. And then when these art classes began, I just was like in a this kind of fully immersed with energy of love, and it was just like, wow, it feels so good. Wow, what is she doing that I'm feeling so great? But of course, when I was 6, I didn't think about it, what she was doing. I just felt it. I didn't care, like, because I wanted to connect to that, because I was so missing this connection to the energy of love. I was so missing that in my life, that when I was next to her, I was feeling that, and I just was, wow. I felt, okay, this is life. This is something to worth living for, because everything else is crap. Everything else is bad. The situation at home is bad. The situation in school is bad, except, of course, this part. I feel quite bad generally because of different circumstances, because of abuse, because of I'm in a war zone, because I've been taken away from place that I grew up in knew, and nobody asked me if I want to move or not. This is a fact. I just deal with that as a 6 years old. And that's not a complaint about what my parents did. No. It's just a fact of a situation that whatever has happened. Of course, I'm really grateful for what my parents did, because that allowed me to be what I am today. I'm super grateful for that. But back then, it was really difficult. The circumstances are really difficult. So the only time I really felt something to live for, it's to connect to this feeling again, because I felt this is life. This means I live. And the rest of the time, when I'm not feeling that, I kind of, if I knew that all my life I'm going to feel as I was generally feeling when I was not next to her, I probably won't decide, oh, life doesn't worth it. I don't want that. Yeah. Because it felt very bad. Like, why would you want to live while you're suffering? Like, what's the point? You came here to suffer? I didn't thought I came there to suffer. No. And you know what is the interesting thing is? That she didn't know that I was feeling those feelings. So when I was sitting next to her in the art classes, and she suddenly was touching me a bit with her leg accidentally. For me, it was like even it multiplies this energy of love that I felt, this connection to. I felt that even stronger. It was like extreme miracle. How can you explain that? But of course, I wasn't thinking much. And for the next 6 years, for me, that was enough. That was keeping me afloat. I didn't care about the subjects in school. It was a lot of violence against me and around others in school as well. The teachers were, not all of them, but some of them were super abusive, very abusive. And my home getaway was only my computer playing games, which distracted me from all these things that I can spend my time, and then I know next time I can feel this energy of love again while sitting next to this girl. That was kept me afloat. If that wasn't there, I probably it wouldn't be no Dimitri. That's how bad it was without the relationship. And yes, you're probably thinking, yes, my train of thought will come back now. You probably think, yes, like you haven't been. This is a relationship. She even didn't know that you love her. Yes, this is a relationship. Relationship has different levels. And what do I mean by different levels? I mean that even though she didn't know, but already our relationship already happened. Some kind of communication already. I felt something when I next to her. Okay, she didn't know, but we discussed and talked somehow. And on an energetic level, something was happening. That's already a relationship. Of course, it's a relationship. I'm next to a person, I'm feeling different things completely. Of course, it's a relationship. Maybe it's one-sided relationship. I didn't know how she felt, but I felt completely in heaven. And that's what kept me functioning really well. But meanwhile, what was happening? I was super insecure. I didn't love myself. I felt ugly because I believed what the children said, you are ugly. Because I was very tall, I kind of was growing up faster than the rest of people, so I was a bit different. So I was tall, I was from other country, I was stinky Russian. Of course, I'm Ukrainian, but they were telling me I'm stinky Russian. Go back to your own country. What are you doing here? There was no one to give me a proper advice how to deal with it. I went sometimes to the school counselor, but that was not effective. Right? But I felt good only when I was next to her. And then 6 years passed. 6 years. Relationship. And this energy of love kept me afloat, kept me alive. Can you imagine that? And then 6 years passed. And I need to go to some high school because there are different schools in Israel. It was till grade 1 till 6 was primary school. Then I need to go to completely different school. And then when how do you think I felt when I know this love story ended? The relationship lasted 6 years. Yes, a relationship when she didn't know that I even feel anything towards her. And I couldn't say a word because I was so not confident that she won't even consider me and pay attention to me. That was my confidence level. Minus 100. That's one of the main reasons why I didn't share with her that I love her. And if I'll share, what's the point? She will say no anyway. Or she even maybe ask the teacher, oh, can I sit somewhere else? That's probably what would happen. Yeah. So I preferred to shut my mouth and enjoy whatever I could get. And that was, for me, it was completely enough. I was completely grateful for that experience. I was grateful and completely happy for that experience. For me, it was enough because I felt that that's enough. So why I'm describing this? Because that's ideally what we are striving to have unconditional love in our relationships. How many terms, conditions, requests, fights, arguments I had with her during these 6 years? Zero. 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 Because she didn't even know that we are in a relationship. I knew. I felt it. You start getting my point, eh? You start getting my point. How little you need from a relationship to feel that. How little. Just the presence of a woman in your life, and you feel that. That's only, ideally, what you need in order to feel that. And let me tell you something. Ideally, you don't even need this woman to feel that. You don't need it. You can get it just by being by yourself and feel this to be full. And then, what do you think? How would you feel when you're feeling like that? What will be when you're looking for a relationship from the place that you're completely full and feel this energy of love that you're full? How would you feel? And that's exactly what I'm talking about. How little you need. This is the unconditional love. This is the unconditional love that we are striving to. Yeah. This is the unconditional love we are striving to. But so many of us are so far from feeling that. And I was lucky enough to feel that when I was 6. From 6 till 12, I received a miracle of feeling unconditional love. My circumstances in life were just shit. I felt terrible. Most of my day, most of my week, and had awful circumstances to come into life. Awful. And I'm not I'm not hoping that anyone would be in such circumstances, but what kept me afloat, knowing that when being next to this girl, to feel this energy of love. And we'll come back to understanding what does it mean to feel unconditional love and form a relationship from that point. Because that will be your strongest asset if you feel that in a relationship in the first place, and then when a woman next to you feel also this unconditional love, just powerful unconditional love, doesn't matter what you do, she continue to be in this energy of love. That's when our relationship is complete. But what we are doing today we have these deficiencies, these lacks, and we're trying to fill the void with relationship, with partners, with many women, maybe with one woman, maybe with marriage, maybe with kids, trying to fill this void. Of course, unless we are completely full and doing it from the state and place that we are full and we feel unconditional love. Okay, so what happened next? Next, she was gone. I came to 7th grade and I felt how life hard began when I stopped feeling that. I stopped feeling that. And I kind of didn't have access to this energy anymore. I just didn't have access and I lost it. When being next to her, when she kind of gone, I kind of imagine like somebody is going and trying to grab, and then you kind of lose the grip and she's gone, and then you kind of falling back. In order to replicate that, I was trying many years to replicate that, because rest of the time it was a lot of struggle in life. But what kept me going, it's the hope that I will able to replicate and connect to this feeling again. And that's what made me to pursue relationships. Really simple. If it was food, it was cake, if it was like some kind of activity, I would do the same, because eventually we all want to feel that. Doesn't matter what we do. If we go to workplace, if we stay in home, or whatever we do, eventually we want to feel that, right? We want to feel this energy of love, because that's just incredible. Like, this is just incredible feeling. And I don't know how many of you felt that in their lives and understand what I'm describing. Please write in a comment if you really felt that, this kind of energy. And I was trying to get into relationship to feel that again and again and again. And what was happening? With some women, somehow I was feeling that. Not for a long period of time as the first one, but I could replicate that. So when I was getting into relationships later, first of all, let's start that because I was so not confident and not loving myself, and actually hating myself, and the way I felt and the way I looked like, everything was wrong. And even though some girls shown me some signs of interest or told me, "Oh, you're so handsome," I couldn't believe. No way. Me? I'm handsome? No way. That's how unconfident I was. And then I decided to do something about it. But I decided to do something about it just later. So 12, age of 12, we finished school and she was gone. Then I had a period of 3 years then that I didn't know what to do. I just felt miserable. And I also barely have any friends, didn't go out. My computer was my best friend. But then when I was 15, I discovered a community of men that actually saying that you don't have to be rich, you don't have to be magnificent, better than life. You just need to learn how to be attractive to women. You just need to learn specific behavior that will teach you how to be attractive to women. That's it. That's the only thing you need to do. It's still dark outside. That's the only thing you need to do. How to be attracted towards women. And why I was so motivated to go for it? Because I knew if I'll do whatever necessary to be attractive to women, I can replicate this feeling of energy of love that I felt with this girl when I was 6 years old. Because I couldn't feel any better. That is the kind of the only thing that made me feel that. And I began to practice and read and do whatever necessary, affirmations, NLP, positive psychology, listening to men and reading a lot of books in English language. Yes, my language over there was Hebrew, but reading a lot of books. How this man thinks, limiting beliefs, removing all that, positive beliefs, replacing them from something else. Looking in the mirror, oh, how nice I am, how good I'm looking. Telling myself, yes, you look beautiful, you are nice, you are beautiful. Telling my mirror, doing a haircut, beginning to feed myself with confidence, not waiting for anyone else will tell me, feeding myself. Do you think in the first few months I had any success? Nah, nothing. But I was keeping going because, thank God, this community of men were practicing themselves. What did they practice? They practice social skills, social dynamics. They've been reading how they need to behave, and they've been acting, they've been talking in this way, and they've been getting and trying to get to know women and girls. Back then was no dating apps. Everything was happening face to face. It was like the beginning of 2000s. People were meeting face to face, and that's when we could actually practice the real social dynamic skills and see what we are worth. Just with a nice, confident gaze, a woman can be completely yours. Just a nice gaze that is attractive, and she feels something inside her, that's it. She's yours. Because if she feels what I felt when I was next to this girl, of course she wants to feel that again and again and again. But this is the thing. The way she feels is same like I was feeling next to that girl. You just allow her to connect to this energy of love when she is next to you. There is nothing to do physically with you. You just the source and the reason why she feels this amazing vibe. And it's so important for you to understand that if a woman feels this energy of love while she's next to you, as I felt when I was next to that girl, you can have any woman that you want next to you. That's the main thing. Not your money, not your cars, not your kind of confidence. No, not all that. This is our peanuts compare to what she can feel, the value that she can receive while you are next to her. This is nothing. Compare if she will feel this awesome, powerful flow of love when she's next to you. Because all of you think, oh, women want this cars, want this money. Yes, some women want that, but they don't understand how they just receive peanuts, just peanuts, that just small scraps from the main meal. That's what they receive when they are looking for this. You kind of talking about gold diggers, how they want money, and men are buying for them cars and luxury purses and bags and all these things. Just peanuts. Why it's peanuts? Because when she received this bag, she immediately wants another one because it's not satisfying her enough. So all the gold diggers that probably watching this video or my live, you need to understand you're just receiving peanuts compared to the value you can receive when you're feeling this unconditional love flowing into you. And yes, relationship can definitely help with that. I felt this unconditional love first time in my life that I remember when I was sitting to this girl. And I didn't need anything next to me except her being next to me. Nothing else. I didn't ask her to marry me. I didn't ask her to hold my hand. I didn't ask her for her attention. I didn't ask her to do or talk to me. I didn't ask her to buy me a drink. Didn't ask her anything. Just be next to me. That's it. Just be around me. Just be next to me. And if from time to time, accidentally, somehow you touch my hand or my leg, that's even better. But even if you don't doing so, if it's not happening, I'm still fine. I'm still just super joyful and loving. Yeah. And this is something you need to understand. When you look in a person, it's not like you loving this person. You just immerse in this energy of love. Yes, you think you are looking at the person, oh, I love her so much. Oh, I love him so much. No, it's you connected to this energy of love while you're looking at her, and you kind of, your brain, your logic explains, oh, I love her. But no. You connect to the energy of love. That's why. Because everything what you experience is inside anyway. It's internal. Your senses interpreting something out, like look like it's outside of you, but everything is inside. All this external thing is actually inside. So it's only you are the one who feeling this energy of love inside. So that's why I'm saying, like, a lot of you are trying in relationship to give peanuts to your women, or to feel something that is not close to what I described in the beginning. And I really wish and hope for you that you will feel that. And I'm not talking about these butterflies that you feel and these chemicals that you feel when you start a relationship. This is one thing. This is not what I'm talking about, because that's like a chemical reaction that happen in our body in order for the men and women to have children. So they kind of they put what's called pink glasses. Yes, pink glasses. So that's not what I'm talking about. Oh, and the morning starts. Yeah, let's move a bit. Yes. Again, this is not what I'm talking about, because you know yourself that this period when the pink glasses are, it's fading after a year, 6 months, sometimes 2 years. It will be gone quickly. Okay? I'll be right back. So it will be gone quickly. I'm talking about unconditionally, whatever happens, you just feel this nice stream of love and energy. Unconditionally, it doesn't matter what the person does. It's not dependent on the person or whatever. You just next to the person and you just feel that. And you could be also without the person, just feel that. But again, what I'm saying that I felt that the first time only by relationship. That's why I thought that I need to do my best to be successful in relationships with women in order to feel this energy of love again. So I practiced all the social dynamics. I knew how to approach women. I knew how to approach women in every situation when they've been alone, when they've been with friends, when they've been with other guys, when they've been with their parents, or even with their boyfriends. Yeah, but that's another story, yes. I so wanted to succeed with that. I didn't care if even I'm going to be physically assaulted because of my intensive risking skills, because it's stupid, to kind of approach a woman that is definitely with someone, But I didn't care because to feel this vibe again, it was worth everything. That was what kept me going. This gift that I received when going to school, and that's one of the reasons why I told you I'm not blaming my parents, because all these circumstances led me to feel this kind of energy. I don't know if the circumstances will be different, or I don't know how many of you felt that even though you grew up to a really nice environment and good parents, and they treat you really well, and you grew up in really like a healthy place. Yeah, I don't know if you felt that. I have no idea. You can comment, tell me. Now that I'm just sharing my experience. Anyway, so then I was trying to replicate that, and yes, I got to a point where I could meet almost every woman that I wanted. I was confident enough. I believed in myself. I told myself a gazillion times how beautiful and strong and powerful and happy and attractive man I am. And I was looking in the mirror and I began to completely live and believe that. And I was conveying that. And that's when this confidence came and I was getting the success that I wanted. But it took me about 3 years. I had little successes meanwhile doing so. But then after age of 18, I had a complete success. It means that I had an option to form a relationship under my rules. And my rules were that I'm dating whoever I want, how much time I want, and all the women will receive my honest situation, how I see it. So they will know that I'm not dating only them. Honesty was number one in my category. I was brutally honest, very honest. I was telling them, listen, you're not the only girl that I see. And if you feel not okay with that, fine. But also, I must say that I got deeply hurt by rejections from women that decline me being as a man next to them. So later on, few years later, I met a woman that when I was next to her, I began to feel that I connect to this energy of love again. I was just feeling it. But if I compare it to the previous one, I couldn't get attention from her. So we've been kind of in a friendly relationship, and then I actually somehow something made me like took me away from this unconditional love, and the love began to be conditional. How do I made this conditional? It's by telling her, oh, you need to love me back, or you want to I wanted that she will tell, okay, I'm your boyfriend, I'm with you, I'm choosing you. So conditions began to add up. You shouldn't date other guys. I want to really know that I'm the only man in your life. I don't want to be just friends with you, because she put me in the friend zone. She didn't saw me as a man. And then it was painful for me. That was before I began. I was about 14. This before I began to actually work on myself, on my confidence. And looking back, it makes sense why she didn't want, because I wasn't confident. And in the first place, I didn't come to her feeling this energy of love. And she didn't feel that while she was next to me. I have no idea what she felt, but probably not that, because if I was giving a woman option to feel what I felt when I was with this girl when I was 6 years old, do you think she will say no? Or you just my friend? Let's be friends? Nah. Of course she will tell. She will give you everything. She will do everything for you to feel this again. As same as I wanted to feel this vibe again. Anyway, so she didn't feel that, and she rejected me, and she went out with older guys. I don't know if she felt this energy of love with them, but she rejected me, and I got so hurt. It was so painful for me, because I was beginning to feel this energy of love when I was next to her, and she didn't feel this energy of love when she was with me, and she declined me that I will feel this energy of love. She declined. She said no. And I got so disappointed. I got angry. I got frustrated that she put me in a friend zone. And then that's what pushed me to go to a place and a position that no woman will tell me, let's be friends again. I'll do my best. I'll sacrifice I'll do everything that I won't be friend zone anymore. That's this pain driven me to make a significant change, to get the confidence and the love and the experience and the women, and that's what made me to work so hard and read these books and practice outside and overcame fears. Oh, I was so scared to talking with women, approaching with women. I was so scared because I was so not what I'm going to say. No, everything that probably you have, like all these fears of and insecurities, and I need to compromise. Oh, this woman is out of my league, and all the stories that you tell yourself that make you so not confident. All these stories. But yes, the thing is, society also teaches us that, especially in the Western world, how women are significantly have somehow higher value than men, and you feel not valued as men. This is really interesting phenomena, because I'm coming from a culture where men are super high value and women who are even models and super good looking are way lower value. Because most men are quite successful financially, and most women are not really successful financially because they're traditional. They're successful raising children and kids and be a good wife. And how many men want that? This kind of partner? A lot. But it's quite rare in the Western world, in the Western countries. I know because I live in New Zealand, and also I lived in Israel. It's kind of in the middle. But Ukraine is very traditional. Israel also traditional, but less. New Zealand is super not traditional. Nah. Women here are way more independent, more masculine, and showing how we don't need long-term relationship with men because most of their needs are kind of supplied, especially financially, or by themselves or by the government. So there are many reasons for that. You probably know better than me, but the thing is, let's go back to the unconditional love. So next, I just had peanuts. Sometimes feeling in relationships with women when the year passed, some moments that I felt this energy of love, completely felt this energy of love, and when I didn't feel that, I had so many conditions. Oh, you need to be like this, or you need to be like this, or I didn't only so it kind of dragged in a way that was very very far from this original experience when I felt with this girl. So I just didn't need anything from her, just she being next to me, and I already felt that, to put in so many conditions in relationships. Yes, and I got the success, and I got girlfriends, and I got eventually one girlfriend, and I achieved a lot in the area of relationship with the women that I wanted. But it wasn't close. So because I got eventually, there is also was another woman that I felt it with her, and she also after some time said no, I don't want to continue the relationship again because of our reasons. And then I got super hurt because with her I feel this super high energy of love. When I'm without her, I feel just terrible, very very bad. So eventually, in order to survive, somehow I need to close my feelings, my heart, and just operate from logic. And I had success, and that was protecting me. But unfortunately, it doesn't work long term because women feel that. Women feel that, probably experience when women telling you, oh, you're so not emotional, you're like a bunker. You just not express feelings, you're not expressing emotion, you're so logical. Yeah? How many women were telling you that? So that's what I received. And I was compromising on relationships where I just felt okay, but I didn't seek for this energy of love again, unconditional love, because it was so painful. It was almost impossible to find it, and I lost hope. I lost hope. So I prefer to compromise just on some moments, like you have in the beginning these moments of pink glasses when you just met and it's exciting and interesting and everything. So I was just focusing on that. And then this period was ending quite quickly, and then I was moving on because I didn't feel this again. So what's the point? And so many of you that are suffering in relationships or in breakups, you feel this pain because with this person allowed you to somehow to be close and connected to this energy of love. And when this person gone, you feel terrible because you're not feeling, you crave for this feeling again. But it's not this person that makes you feel like that. You somehow allowed yourself to connect to this energy of love while being next to this person. This is so important thing to understand. It's not them, it's you feeling that, just being around them. It's you, it comes from you. You allowed yourself to connect to this frequency, like attune to this frequency, like a radio. Somehow, when you're next to this man or this woman, you attune to this energy of love, And what happened when they gone? Something happened. You don't feel this anymore, and then you try to do whatever, and you feel terrible pain. Feel terrible pain because how you feel with them and how you felt without them. And every feelings that you feel, like loneliness, despair, boredom, like all these feelings that you feel, it's very sharp, difficult feeling to comprehend. It's so painful. That's one of the reasons why I chose to work in relationship, because the pain that you can receive from a broken or not working relationship, it's enormous. It's affect all the areas of your life. You can't even function. You don't care about the business. You don't care about jobs. You don't care about eating. It's really, really painful. You just can't. You just can't live. You can't exist. You can't do anything when you feel this pain. It's like something turned away from you, something was taken away, and you ask, please return me this back. I just can't function without it. Please give me this back. I'll do just everything. And again, this is the weakness, that we assume somehow, our mind, our brain assumes that this feeling is everything to do with that girl or that man. But it's not. It's not. It's nothing to do with the other person. And if you understand that, oh my God, so many problems will be solved. So many pain is going to be avoided if you just knew how to connect this frequency of love when you completely fulfilled, and this energy of love just fix and heals everything. And when you in the first place connected to this energy of love, and you want to enter a relationship, so both of you vibrating of this energy of love unconditionally, think how powerful your contact and relationship will be. Wow. But I want to talk what is happening today. Today, most of relationships today are super conditional. They're so far away from unconditional love. You all hearing that, and that was why it's so important for me to describe what is the scenario that you need to be in the relationship when both of you feel this energy of love. You're completely full. You're not asking for each other to complete your voids or your insecurities or your lacks, your emotional lacks, that are completely full, and this just ball of love and relationship just expands and expands and expands. And when you're having children, also the children are healthy and also loved, and this also just bubble just grows. This is how relationship should be. But most of you are not feeling that, and you have different insecurities and different limiting beliefs, and you have all the information and the programming you received from movies, from your environment, how relationship should be and how the rules of the relationship. You need to pay for her, you need to be rich, you need to be tall, you need to have muscles. You believe in bought into all that, and then you somehow trying to fit this box, this criteria. And also the women also kind of had this on their own programming, this checklist of men, how they should behave and what should they feel, and they're also chasing that. And because in the Western countries you have so many women, they're chasing all these men, and these men don't feel secure in themselves, not feel masculine, so they over chasing these women, and these women feel overconfident when they don't really give the value that they really are chased for, and then this disbalance happen. And then that's why a lot of men, one of the reasons why a lot of men don't feel needed and feel loved, or it's hard for them to find a relationship, because women receive too much attention for not a deserving reason. a lot of women not deserve the attention they receive. You probably all notice that. And also you women, you receive a lot of attention for not a good reason. What? Because you showed some photo with filter on Instagram or some app, and you put some big boob. That's what. That's the reason why you need to get the attention that you are getting from men. What is the value on that? You're just using some psychological tactics that the biological responses in men are activates, and then this man pressing and liking and following you, and that's it. It's just simple psychological manipulation that works on biological systems of a man. That's it. But you don't really give great value to them, and it's not the reason. It's not a valid reason or value that you give them. If we kind of, and it's my opinion. It's what you kind of looking underneath. Yeah. Because eventually they don't see you. They see your body, they see what you put there, and the acting that you do. That's what they see. They don't really see you. So that is not a worthwhile deal for you as well. Because that's not how you build a relationship and eventually feel this magnificent, powerful energy of love. Again, you're just getting peanuts. Even if you have a lot of followers or a lot of people who want to date you and chase you, you know that you stopping to appreciate that. You don't feel very powerfully, but you don't know what you want to feel. But I'm telling you, you want to feel this energy of love, because I didn't feel any more powerful and stronger, a better feeling than that. Nah. And maybe you receive some nice attention and you feel kind of proud of myself. Oh, I'm seen and I'm important. Again, I'm telling you, this is peanuts. This is like the scraps from the main meal. That's what you're receiving. That's what I'm saying. It's like you can get the real deal, the real thing, the meat, or the broccoli, the main broccoli, because I'm vegan, yes. So what are we having in relationships today? We have conditions. You need to look in a certain way. You need to behave in a certain way. You need to clean the dishes. You need to be at home at a certain time. You must grow. You must earn money. If you're not earning money, I'm not with you. You put so many conditions in relationships. And then when a relationship based on conditional love, and the more conditions there are, the harder to keep it up, because when one of the conditions is not met, you begin to fight, you begin to argue just to answer those conditions. And the thing is, when we start in a relationship, sometimes the first thing, the pink glasses, when you don't see the positives and the negatives in the behavior of the person, it just all the bad stuff kind of goes away and you see mostly the good things, and then the pink glasses kind of taken down, and then you notice that the negatives are actually sometimes bigger than the positives, and you logically saying, oh, this relationship not going anywhere. And then because it's conditional, so you're setting a condition, like you must change or come back to the woman or the man that you've been before, and you begin to fight and set your conditions. But wait a second, I remember the example that I discussed in the beginning, when I was next to this girl and felt this energy of love. You're not feeling this anymore. That's why you think logically, if she will do this and that, or he will do this and that, you will feel good again. Nah. You just you don't feel love. You don't know what is to feel love. Just the love, it's just her existence, knowing that she exists, that's it. That's it. You feel love. She can be miles away, other continent, and you can still connect and feel this energy of love. Yes, this is how it should be. And this is the main meal. It's not the peanuts. It's not the attention and 50 men that chasing you or the 50 women that you have. Because I had in the past dozens of women that were chasing me, and I've been with them. Again, this is peanuts. I know you as women, what you feel when you are beautiful and a lot of guys want you, and maybe you dating with some of them and enjoying the company of them. It's peanuts compared to what you can feel when you connect to this energy of love. Peanuts. Telling you again, it's peanuts. And so these conditions that's what you actually arguing and fighting for. If two of you been feeling this energy of love, both of you, so no fighting would be happen. She didn't came on time and she promised, oh, that's fine. You feeling good. The fighting is happening when pain occurs. So some of his or her action caused you feel bad. And you're trying to convey the other person the way you behave, the way you feel, the condition that I put on you. If you do this, I'll feel better. So you move the responsibility from yourself to her to fix how you feel. So if she will act differently, you will feel differently, and then problem solved. That's what's called dependent relationship. Your happiness depends on what the person does, says, or behaves. Welcome to the club of dependent relationships. How many are you in dependent relationship? By my definition, as I described now, how many? So if you pay attention to this dynamic, you will understand that your relationship is conditional. So how can we get closer and closer and closer and closer to unconditional love relationship? How? So as a relationship expert, this is what I offer you. Eventually, you want to identify which conditions you put in a relationship and understand what she does or not doing and how you actually feeling and what you are requiring her or him to do in order to feel better. You need to stop this dynamic and actually pay attention to how is that happening. And then, yes, when we recognize it, we work on these voids to fill them without needing the partner. You will feel whatever you want to feel without the partner, and then you won't require them to make this behavior again. So next time you will see that she's doing the same thing, but you feel completely different about what she does. Because this is an example of a block, psychological block, that blocking the energy of love. Then we need to recognize the next condition, what she or he does that you feel certain feeling. Then when we recognize that, we can change the feeling, and then the person behaves whatever it behaves, and then it doesn't affect you. So it removes the fights, it removes the arguments, it removes your frustration and pain, negative feelings. It prevents from her or him feeling bad because she just be or he being himself or herself. And then it just triggered you and you feel bad. So when you remove all these triggers, all these reasons, one by one, and not putting the responsibility on the other partner and blaming them for you feeling bad, you're focusing purely on yourself, that's when the solution can happen and you're getting closer to this energy of love. The more you get into unconditional love terms in relationships, the better. Why, for example, polyamory relationships are getting quite close there? Why? It's because how many of you feeling jealousy? Huh? How many? Jealousy can be removed because it's a lot of insecurities in you, because a lot of the time you feel that if the person will go with other person, you might leave me and I will feel, stay with nothing. Or maybe this person will discover that the other person better for him or her. And then I felt, oh, rejected and neglected or whatever. That's some of the reasons why we feel jealous. Because we want to avoid that the other person will suddenly choose someone else. But wait a second, if you love this person and you want the best for him, so we want to encourage the other person to find if there is a person better for him and he feel better. We need to encourage him, go, please, pursue your health, be happy. But we are being selfish. We're not thinking about the other partner. We're thinking about ourselves. This is not unconditional love. This is not love in relationships. No. And so many of us fail to admit that. In our relationships, when we completely full and loving ourselves and in the energy of love, we also want that the other person, the partner, will feel and do the best and pursue our dreams and have the best life possible. You need to allow her to do so. That's the main reason why she even will keep up with you, because you allow her to be completely herself. You know, like Andrew Tate says, oh, you shouldn't be allow your woman to have a male and guy friends. No, this is insecurity. Bubbles. If you are so confident and believe in yourself as a man and so unique, why you need to guard and keep your woman from doing whatever with other male friends or even talk to them? And if you don't want, for example, that she will sleep with them, that's fine. You tell her, listen, I don't want you to do so. But it's up to you if you feel good about it. But maybe I won't want to be in a relationship with you if you are, because of other reasons, not because it will affect your love towards her, but maybe there will be other reasons that you decide for yourself. You don't want that your woman will sleep with other men, but this is something else. This is just about talking or chatting with having male friends. Why not? Why not? Most of you probably will agree there is nothing wrong with a woman having friends in general. It can be girlfriends, can be male friends, doesn't matter. Why not? Life is short and we need to kind of really understand what will be the best for our partner. That's when we operate from the energy of love, not the energy of selfishness that is actually not the best for the other partner. Of course, selfish in some places is good, but selfish when it kind of takes away from your partner, this is problematic. Again, conditional love. So again, when you're recognizing the conditions that you put, or when you recognize, okay, in the first place, what am I lacking? For example, let's say if a person's single, yes, or a person in a relationship and is lacking he has voids, he doesn't have something, and is looking for that, yes. So ideally, you want to work not to have these voids in the first place, that you won't feel that with the relation, because that will become dependent relation. Because maybe this person in the beginning will feel this void, but then she can decide, I don't want to do this anymore. She'll have other interests, or situation will change. You will get to work more, or you can't meet as before, or you will have children. And then she puts all her attention in the children and doesn't give you the attention before. And then the void's still there. The void's still there. It's painful. So why not to work on this void that you want to close it with a relationship in the first place? And that's what I'm offering you. I can help you to close this void in the first place. Then you can look for a relationship or be in a relationship when you're already full and you're getting closer to unconditional love, and you can really enjoy life in general and the relationship. And that will only improve your chance that the relationship will be really happy and will long last, and your children will be healthy and happy. That only happens when you feel this energy of love. So myself as a therapist, I know how to get you there, to remove these blocks, to remove those conditions that you'll get closer as possible to the energy of love. And that's all what matters. This is the real success. This is the direction that I offer you to go. Go to the place where you can feel unconditional love. The same experience that I felt when I was 6 years old and felt next to this girl, that life was worth living for. Doesn't matter the crap that was around me, that was the life that I felt worth living for. Just to be in this pool of energy of love again. How magnificent it is. So I invite you. Let's remove the conditions. Let's remove the voids. Let's remove all what you are lacking, that you're trying to feel by the other partner, by alcohol, by drugs, by work, by whatever you do. Because relationship is just one source that you're trying to get and connect to this feeling again. And when you understand it and admit that you just want to feel this energy of love again, that's all what matters. You will be able to do so because you will be in the right direction. And I can help you to get there with my program, Love Yourself, Love Women or Men, and Love Life. Remove everything that stops you from feeling this energy of love and feel that. Are you ready? All right? So see you next time. Hopefully that was eye-opening for you. And I wish you to feel and really feel this energy of love.